Welcome, everybody. This is the 1230 60s class, but right now we are actually doing Christmas music, and we're doing Last Christmas by George Michael. Okay, and it was actually done in 1984 by British pop duo Wham. Yeah, what a name for a group, huh? Written and produced by George Michael. The song has since been covered by Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, and the Backstreet Boys. So several people have done this. Now, here's something kind of cool. Wham donated all the royalties from this song to the relief efforts for the Ethiopian famine, which was going on in the 80s. So I thought that was very cool. It's one of those interesting things that the rhythm track is very happy, very upbeat, very pop synth. And the lyrics, oh boy, the lyrics talk about unrequited love. Oh, sadness, sadness, gloom, doom, and despair. So, so it's pretty interesting that they would take a sad song and put it to a very happy background, and it works pretty well. All right, so I struggled with trying to find the perfect background because a lot of this is synthesizers. Synthesizers. You got to remember, this is the 1980s. So I wanted to find the perfect background, and I knew I was going to have to do some changes. Some of you already have my preset sheet. I have two sets of presets. I only am going to use two presets for the whole song. So if you want to line them up, cut and paste, go ahead. I'm just going to take my finger and go back and forth from each one of them every time I go to a different preset. Okay, because I'm only going to use two. Now, if you've got a smaller instrument, easy 4 in particular, your best bet on this is to go to rock, full band at 105 beats per minute. You're going to turn off, this is for smaller instruments only, turn off your ensemble in the lower. And in the more, you're going to put guitar jazz 2. This is for your lower chord sound. Your upper keyboard, you're going to go into the more over here, and you're going to go to the extra solo saw, which is a synthesized sound. That's going to give you what you need. Okay? And again, if you have to slow it down, please feel free to do that. I'm also changing the chords because, yeah, big time major 9s and suspended 4s, that was all very popular in the 80s when people were working with synthesizers. So I'm going to help change the chords. But your chords, once you change them, it's the same sequence throughout the whole song. So you can choose to do them or not, but I guarantee you that will sound better if you do them. So I actually fell in love with something super easy, basic rock or rock 8-beat for everybody. Basic rock or rock 8-beat. And then I went to category modern because I wanted those synthesizer sounds, and I am using the mellow. The mellow. Okay? And then I decided that was a little bit, it's a little bit too edgy. So I thought I got to mellow it out a little bit and get something, George Michael has that real breathy type of a sound. So I'm adding a flute 16 and a flute 8 to that high mellow sound. And it does kind of soften it out a little bit. I'm also editing the style. Why? Because I want that genie. We're not going to use the Orc Plus at all, but I want that genie to have a synthesized sound. So I'm going to extra synth echo 2. And I'll play these things for you individually so you can kind of hear what it's doing. It's kind of doing that an 8-beat thing, but it's also echoing. So you're getting a little bit of synthesized echo in the background. And I am adding to my lower tabs. Now remember, lower tabs go to your chords. I am putting in a bass synth 1, number 156, to give me a twang, twang, kind of like a very synthesized sound. I'm also going to the Pedal Genius and putting in a bass synth hammer to give it a little bit more synth sound. Because remember, in 1980s, it's pretty much all done on synthesizers. So I'm trying to recreate all that with the song. Okay, then
Okay,
there is,
Dawn.
yeah,
Dawn, wait. Where the heck is Pedal Genius?
Pedal Genius is in your, now you're going to have it on yours in your purple tabs, which means you have to go to your theater, go to your theater tab so you get all your purple
Oh,
tabs in
okay.
your bottom screen.
Yep.
And on the
Right.
left-hand side, you should have a pedal sound. Oh, I'm sorry, pedal is orange.
When you go to theater,
Don't go to theater, go
oh,
to
sounds.
ensemble. Go to ensemble.
Oh, ensemble.
Or
Okay.
or are your oranges
Mm,
over here? They might be over here. It's your orange
okay.
tabs.
Okay. The orange tab. I have bass, sustain, 16, bass 8, ensemble bass, pedal sounds.
That's
Pedal
it.
sounds.
That's the one, pedal sound.
Okay.
Yep.
Pedal sounds.
Yeah, I confused the theaters with the
That's
basses. Yeah.
okay. So just push it.
Yeah, and you just push number 156, or I'm sorry,
Okay.
you're going to push number 160
160.
in your window,
Okay.
okay?
God.
And then you're going to
Yeah.
touch pedal sound. Put it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn,
Okay.
Yeah.
when you sent the music, there's no presets sheet on.
You were one of the people that came back undeliverable because the file was too big. So I sent just the song, okay? So all those people that came back undeliverable, I will send the presets and the insert after class. I ran out of time.
All right, thank you.
You will get all that. No worries. No
Dawn,
worries.
Question,
Because
Dawn.
you do have a bell insert. A bell insert that goes on the first page. The bottom of the first page, you have a measure with a whole
160.
rest. Do you see it?
Okay. Pedal
You have one
sounds.
measure. The second measure on the bottom of the first page, you have a whole rest. It's an empty measure. That's going to be where your insert goes.
Oh, okay.
And you're going to have 8 measures of bells in that measure. And I will send that to you too because that makes the song. Okay, the first thing we need to do is, this is the stupidest roadmap I have seen in a very, very long time. It's yuck. So if you make mistakes on the roadmap, who cares? You're only using 2 presets anyway, so if you mess it up, nobody's going to know. First of all, nobody's going to know, and you just keep playing, and all of a sudden it'll end, and it'll be good, so no worries. But let's do the roadmap so I can show you how this actually works. If you go to the first page, last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. Oh, you fell in love with the wrong person. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. There you have a bracket. But what does it say? 1, comma, 3, comma, 5. Oh my God.
Yep.
Means you're going to play it a lot. Okay? So, you're going to make that a color, and where does that color go back to?
The top.
The top, the very beginning. Yep.
Yep.
So you're going to make, in between the 4/4 and your very first D, you're going to go back. Okay, now, here's where it gets really tricky. You're going to play that part again, but this time you're going to skip the 1, comma, 3, comma, 5, and you're going to go to the 2nd, comma, 4 ending. So 2 and 4 go right before that first ending, and then you're going to trace the 2 and the 4 on that last line. It's going to get tricky. If you follow me when we play it, it'll make a little bit more sense. So you play that first 3 lines, go back, play first line, second line, the first 2 measures of the third line, jump down to the last line. Then you're going to put in your little bell insert. Then you're going to continue. Once bitten and twice shy, the second page. I keep my distance, but tears still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? And in the video, his girlfriend from last year is now dating Mr. Ridgely, who was his partner in Wham. Yeah, so it's pretty funny to watch the video. Well, it's been a year. It doesn't surprise me. Happy Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying, I love you. I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. So he knows that's a soft spot. You know, if she were to even look at him, um, he'd go back with her immediately. He's just got it bad for her. Now you have a first ending. Okay, we're on line 3 of the 3rd page, and it says DC, return to beginning. Okay, so we're going to take another color, make those double lines a color, and we're going back to the beginning. Uh-oh. Okay, now we go back to the beginning. Now we're going to do the 3rd and the 4th ending. Ooh, okay. So we're going to sing this again, the first 3 lines, go back to the beginning, line 1, line 2, part of line 3, go down to the 4th ending. Now you're going to do your bells again.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to do once bitten and twice shy, even though the lyrics are a little bit different. Their lyrics are over here. They didn't have room to put them in. But you're going to play all of the 2nd page. The 3rd page, let's get a different color. Line 1, line 2, line 3, the first measure. Then you're going to put a colorful 2 right before the first ending and an arrow over to the 2nd ending. Uh-oh, I need another color. Wowie zowie.
Bali.
Now it says at the end of the 2nd ending, which is just 1 measure long, DC al coda. Seriously. All right. So DC means go back to the beginning again. So now I'm going to have another color at the beginning. And now I'm going to play ending 5. Ending 5, which is the same as ending 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and play it again, only this time I'm going to do the coda. 2 coda. Instead of, there's no ending 6.
Oh,
So you
there's-
go to ending 5, and then you do the 2 coda. Now, if you only play that once and you forget to go back and play it again, who cares? Song's getting kind of long anyway. So then you're going to jump over to the coda on page 3. Well, we're not done yet. Okay.
Well, I don't see the code on page 3.
Page 3, the coda is line 4, the beginning of line 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Yeah, this is the worst roadmap I've seen in a very long time.
This is weird.
Yes, it is. So now you're going to finish the song. But at the end of the song, guess what you have? More dots.
Good Lord.
More dots. Where do the dots go back to? Just on the same page. So you're just going to repeat and fade. Yowza. Yeah, this is a ridiculous roadmap. Good thing I'm only using 2 presets.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Okay.
Actually,
So
I'm
Dawn,
kind
are we doing the bell insert 3 times then?
No, you're doing it twice.
Just twice.
Do the
So
bell
the,
insert 2
the third
times.
time round you don't do it.
You do the bell insert twice after the 2nd ending and after the 4th ending.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to play it now, and hopefully I can figure out where we are.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll change all the chords. Why? Because I can. Yeah, we got a little involved on this one. All right, no, I'm just going to play this right now. I'm actually taking off the Genie and the Oric Plus just to play the intro. What am I doing for an intro? I'm playing the first 8 measures. I'm just playing chords. Now, you don't even have to do that. Add the Genie. Back to the beginning. Second ending. Bells. Back to the beginning. Back to the top. Bells again. Coda.
I beat you to the coda.
Hmm?
I beat you to the coda.
You beat me to the coda.
All right.
Okay, that's okay. You can go to the coda without playing that fifth ending. You don't have to do that. You can
I
just
don't know.
just-
I just went there, I guess, in
yeah,
my head.
just cut right over. Yeah, that works. No, that's what I said. I mean, this roadmap just keeps it going and going and going and going. Go
Yeah.
back. So who cares where you go? If it finishes up right and you like the song and you're having a good time, that's why I only have 2 presets. So you only, if you want to have bells, if you want to go to the lower keyboard, you've got enough stuff there to keep you occupied. And at the very end, I went back to bells just because I could. You could have stayed right on your synthesized sound. You could have stayed right there and just finished up the song because you're just fading it out anyway. Okay, any questions? It's not
I have I have a problem. I did not get it. Did you said you sent it to me or you're
I
going to?
did. I did send it to you twice.
It didn't come. I don't know.
Check spam.
Yeah, check your spam.
I don't know. Okay.
If you don't get it, let me know again. Just
Okay.
email me again. I have no problems redoing
Yeah.
it. Not a problem. Yep.
We've not had a song like this where you.
No. This one is a little. This one's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great, but I'm sure. Can I come in and get it? If I
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah. You may.
okay.
You know you can.
Wow.
Oh, Dawn, are you having an in-store Christmas concert?
We are. It is the 16th, which is a Saturday. It's at 11
Okay.
o'clock. It's not going to be on Zoom, okay? Because it's going to be in the middle of the store. Now, for those of you who would like to have a Christmas concert on Zoom, I am not throwing that idea out the window, but that would be a different day.
Okay, so in-store will be
The
the
store is the 16th at 11 o'clock,
okay.
okay?
Okay.
And I don't have official, Robert has not finished my official invitations yet.
Oh, okay. Do we have to let you know?
Yeah, I need to have a sign-up sheet so I know how many chairs and tables I'm going to need. It is going to be potluck. The players class is going to play the first hour, and I will play while you guys are eating. And then we'll have a gift exchange. So everybody has to bring in a $5 gift, and we'll wrap it up, and we'll have a nice party. For those of you who live far, far away, I'm sorry. I would love to have you all here. But like I said, I will possibly do another Christmas concert, on Zoom just as a concert, just an hour Christmas concert. I just don't know when. All right, you guys.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Dawn. I stepped away from the phone for just a minute. Did you say when we could bring those
No,
Christmas
anytime
gifts?
you want. You bring them whenever you need. Yeah.
Okay,
That's okay.
thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to wait until that day to bring. We are also collecting toys. As you know, every year Fletcher Music collects toys for All Children's Hospital, and they appreciate us every year because we bring in a truckload of boxes and boxes of toys because you guys are that generous, and it's fabulous. Yep. And you can bring those to the store at any time. That's, you don't have to wait till the party to do that. Okay, you guys, extra chords. Why? Because I can. Now, for those of you that already have the bell insert, those are your chords right there. Those chords repeat throughout the entire song.
Oh.
Okay? So I'll go through because I know some of you didn't get the bell insert yet. So let's
Dawn?
just yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
You may.
I know you played the A1 all through the song and everywhere, but where did you put A2?
A2 is the bells.
Well,
Yeah, anytime you go to bells, you can just do A2.
anytime that insert.
Yeah.
I got you.
So when you do the
Okay.
bell insert, you just go to A2, and then you go back to A1. So you
Okay,
do
I
not
understand.
want to have an introduction. You do not want to have an introduction on when you memorize A1. Make sure there's no introductions on. 'Cause
Okay.
when you go back to A1, it'll shut everything down. Okay, so just make sure if that's the only thing you learn today.
Okay. Thank you. I understand now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going back and forth between the two presets. I didn't do a lot of extra stuff in the presets. There's enough going on in the song. And I thought, okay, once I have it set up, we're just going to keep it set up. It's going to play. I did go to the lower keyboard for one of the verses. Why? Just to make it a little bit different. Then you can go back and forth between upper and lower whenever you feel like it. Because remember, ultimately, this is your song, your arrangement. I did also try the Queen of Dancing, but I wasn't as crazy.
Yeah. She says she'll be here before you leave the checkbook.
Okay,
good.
I wasn't as crazy about the Queen of Dancing. It didn't have that 8 beat, although I did use some of the same sounds. But it gave me a little bit. Okay, so that's the Queen of Dancing. And that's the one that I picked, which is basic rock. But if you wanted to try Queen of Dancing, that's what B1 and B2 are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do some chords. Page 1, the C. Make it a major 9. Now, if you can't do the 9, just do a major 7, which would be C and B. Now, I'm going to tell you which notes I'm using because it makes it easier to play. C, chicken, D, dinosaur, E, elephant, and B, butterfly. And, of course, you can play it back here. But if you put the B on top, it'll be easier to go to the next chord, which is not A minor. It's a C6. And a C6 is a 4-fingered chord, and you must play it with the C in root position. So if you've got your pinky already on C, it makes it easier to get there. So C, E, elephant, G, gorilla, and A, alligator. So you're going to practice those 2 chords. Just practice those 2 chords until they get comfortable. Because you're doing a 4-finger to another 4-finger, and you want to make sure that you get those. I don't always get them all either, so don't worry too much about it.
Okay,
The next
C9.
measure, go ahead.
Can you say C major 9 again? C, D.
C, D, E, B, butterfly.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, now, second measure, gave you my heart. Make that C a C major 9. C, D, E, B. And the next A minor, cross out and make it a C6. C, E, G, A. Every 2 measures, you're going to have a pair of chords. Next line. These 2 measures are actually pretty easy. The E minor, you can put a 7 on it if you wish, which would be D, E, G, going to just a plain old A minor. So those 2 measures are just E minor 7, A minor, E minor 7, A minor. Not any big changes. Okay.
So it's E minor 7.
E
minor,
minor 7
Yep.
to an A minor.
Yep.
Pretty much what's printed there.
Okay.
Now the next 2 measures, instead of the F, I want you to learn a D minor 11. Why? Because it's easier to play than it is to figure it out, actually. D minor 11 is 5 fingers, but it's notes all in a row. And if you try playing the F to D minor, it doesn't really sound. But the D minor 11 sounds exactly like the song.
You're saying D like in dog minor?
Correct. So a D minor 11, what is it? D dinosaur, E elephant, F fish, G gorilla, A alligator. Those 5 white notes all in a row. And it'll say in the window DM11.
Then it resolves to the D minor.
So instead of the F, you're doing a D minor 11
Mm-hmm.
to a D minor.
Okay.
And then the next measure, cross out the F and do a D minor 11 to a D minor.
Okay, wait a minute. The third line, the second chord, the D minor.
D minor stays there, yes.
Okay.
You just cross out the F and do a D minor 11. So
Okay.
remember, every 2 measures, you've got 2 chords that repeat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next 2 measures, which is the second measure of line 3 and then what's in the first, third, fifth ending. Cross out the F and make it a G sus. Oh gosh, what is that? It's a C chicken, D dinosaur, G gorilla, G sus. And
Where
then
do we
beat
put the,
instead of the F?
I don't see an F.
Give it to
Me
someone.
neither.
Line
I
3, second
would
measure.
change that to a D minor 11.
No, the first F in measure 1 is a D minor 11.
Okay.
Right.
Measure 2, that F is getting changed to a G sus.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ah, remember you only
I
have,
was-
you have two measures at a time. So instead of the F for give it to someone, you're going to play a G sus for 2 counts. Beat 3 is, I'll make it a little easy. You can do a G9. If you can't quite do the G9, do a G7. That'll work. So a G sus, C, D, G. And then if you're doing the G7, it's right here. If you're doing a G9, you're going to have to bounce your hand a little bit. So if you can't do that, just do a G sus to a G7. The G9 is F, G, A, B. 4 white notes right in a row.
Okay.
And you're going to do that for the give it to someone. And then the first comma, third comma, fifth ending, change that G to a G sus. C, D, G. And then if you want beat 3, you can put in the G7 or G9. Okay? That is your, actually the G7 is easier to play. That is your set of chords. And if you see it, it's on your bell sheet. It's
Okay.
exact same every 2 measures. C major 9, C6, major 9, C6, E minor 7, A minor, E minor 7, A minor, D minor 11, D minor 11, D minor, G sus, G7, G sus, or G9. Whichever one.
Mhm.
Yep, that's it. Those are your chords.
Wonderful.
Measure 2, yeah, they're wonderful, all right. They're kind of hard, but they make the song sound.
Yeah.
They do make the song sound. All right,
Dawn?
so, yeah,
Excuse me, I didn't get the notes for the G9.
G9 is F, G, A, B.
Thank you.
You're welcome. G7 is actually easier to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, second ending, fourth ending. G sus to a G7. Then you have 8 measures of bells. So you're going to put your insert in there. And it's all the same chords. Again. Last measure on page 1. Make that C a C major 9. And change the A minor to a C6. We're just repeating all of them. We're just putting them in again. Top of the second page, make that C a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. The E minor, you may put a 7 on it. A minor is perfect right where it is. E minor, you may put a 7 on it. The A minor is perfect the way it is. Next line, cross out the F and make it a D minor 11. Then your D minor is good. Second measure, cross out the F and make it a D minor 11. Then the D minor is good. Third line, cross out the F and make it a G sus. The next G can be a G7 or a G9. Same thing. For doesn't surprise me, cross out the F and make it a G sus. The next G can be a 7 or a 9. Guess what? We're going to do it again. Bottom of the page, make the C a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. The C, make it a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. Page 3. E minor can have a 7. Then you play the A minor.
Wait a
the E
minute,
minor.
Dawn.
Top of
I
page
think
3.
got it turned. Okay.
Top of page 3.
Yep.
E minor can have a 7, the A minor is perfect. The E minor can have a 7, the next A minor is perfect.
Okay.
Okay? Next line, cross out the F and make it a D minor 11.
Well, you like that chord.
I do like that chord. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
And it's not that hard to play because it's all right in a row. And
Right.
then the D minor, go to the D minor. Remember, you have to lift everything, then the D minor, then do another D minor 11 instead of the A minor.
Whoop, whoop,
Then-
wait a minute. Oh, is that the next line?
Yeah, nope, it's the next measure. Fool,
Oh.
I've been. Second line, second measure. Fool, I've been. Cross out the A minor, make it a D minor 11. The D minor is perfect. Third line. Cross out the F and make it a G sus. And the G can be a 7 or a 9. First ending. Cross out the F and make it a G sus. The G can be a G7 or a G9. Second ending. Cross out the F and make it a G sus. The G can be a G7 or a G9.
Good.
Coda. Cross out the F and make it a G sus. The next G can be a 7 or a 9. Make the C a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. The C, make it a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. That's probably the hardest thing to play because you got 4 fingers and then 4 fingers in a different spot.
Mm.
So work on that so it feels comfortable. Last line on that page, E minor 7 to an A minor, E minor 7 to an A minor. Top of the next page, cross out the F and make it a D minor 11. Then the D minor, cross out the A minor, make it a D minor 11. Then the D minor.
Dawn, can I ask you a question?
You may.
I had to answer an important phone call and I just now got back to you. So what page are you on?
I'm on the last page.
Oh, okay.
It's all the chords just repeat. Once you get the first 8 measures of chords, you can just copy them from one page to the next. So you didn't really miss anything. Okay, so the top of the last page again. Cross out the F and make it a D minor 11. Then the D minor. Cross out the A minor, make it a D minor 11. Then the D minor. Cross out the F, make it a G sus. The G can be a 7 or a 9. You see the pattern? Goes all the way through the song. Cross out the F on line 2, make it a sus, a G sus. And then the G can be a G7 or 9. Now the next 8 measures, we repeat everything again. Make the C a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. Last measure of that line, make the C a C major 9. Cross out the A minor, make it a C6. Third line, E minor 7, if you wish, to an A minor. E minor 7 to an A minor. The last measure of that third line, cross out the F, make it a D minor 11 to a D minor. Last line, cross out the A minor, make it a D minor 11 to a D minor. Cross out the F, make it a G sus, C, D, G. The G can be a G7 or 9. One more time, cross out the F, make it a G sus. And the last G is either a 7 or a 9. That's it. So it's pretty simple pop music. It just repeats the chord progression over and over. So that's what I'm saying. If you miss one of the go back to, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You can make this song as long or as short as you want.
Mhm.
Because yes, it has the screwiest roadmap I've ever seen. That's a
Wow.
fact.
But I do know the song does repeat. Yeah.
Yeah, you know the song. You hear it a lot on the radio.
I like the song.
Yeah. Okay, I will do fingering for you. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're perfect. Perfect. Any questions on this?
I'm gonna leave and go shoot myself. Thank you. It's a challenge, but it looks like it'll be fun.
This one, yeah, this is a fun song. It is a challenge. I do need, before I do fingering, a song for next week. What would you like to do?
I thought we were gonna do this Christmas.
I don't know that song, but we
I
can do
don't
it.
either. I don't know either.
I don't know it.
How about Christmas in Dixie,
Well, I did that one 2 years ago. It's already on Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you gonna put today's on Patreon?
Yeah, today's going to be on Patreon. Yeah.
Okay, well, your selection just came through to me, and now I've got something going on with my printer, so I don't know. I
Oh.
gotta get it straightened out, but
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I will.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
boy.
Dawn, did you do Happy Christmas sometime back?
Yeah, we just did it last week.
Happy Christmas?
Happy Christmas War is over. Yes.
Oh,
Happy Christmas War is over. Actually, we did it in the Monday class 2 weeks ago.
the Monday class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is on Patreon.
Have you done grown-up Christmas list?
Grown Up Christmas List we're going to do next Monday at 2:00.
Okay, that's good.
Good
Okay.
song. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now we could do Paul McCartney, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
Yeah, that's
The only
nice.
problem is it's like 6 pages long,
Oh, good.
Oh, my.
Yeah, 6 pages.
but we could do it if you want.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. All right. We'll do 6 pages.
Try another one. Try another song.
Try another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want 6 pages?
We can't put
No.
some things up on our thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'd have to send it. Yeah. Yeah, this Christmas, I don't know that song. So that's why I was starting to struggle. Now, I can do Christmas in Dixie again because it's been 2 years, but it's going to be pretty much the exact same thing I did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you do my favorite things?
I did, when did I do that one?
What's the gift? What's that?
Oh, the gift? That's a good one.
Is it?
My favorite things, actually, we did in level 3. So, that's a level 3 regular song.
Oh,
So I kind of hesitate to do
how about
yeah, this is
World? Did you do Marshmallow World?
Never
we
heard
did that last year on a Wednesday class.
About the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
We have, and I can't remember when.
Christmas in Killarney.
Christmas
Oh,
in
I love
Killarney?
that. Yes. I
All
love
right,
that.
you want to do Christmas in Killarney?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
Do some Irish stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay, I like it.
I was in Killarney 2 months ago.
Oh,
Oh, the traveling girl.
Well, I'm done. I quit. I'm saying
What's the name of it?
Great. Let's do Christmas in Killarney. Can we
Christmas
do
in Killarney.
Oh, okay.
Something different. Yep.
Okay.
Very cool.
that too?
Very, very cool. Okay.
Or what's the other one? The Spanish one. Either one. But Christmas in Killarney is great.
Okay. Perfect. Well, we still got more weeks coming up, so we're starting to run out of the list.
Did you do Feliz Navidad for a while?
We done.
No, you don't want to do
We've
that.
done that.
That's super, super easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas in Killarney is a great song.
Yeah, we'll have fun with that one. Now, don't forget, we still have a couple of weeks left before Christmas. So
What is the Christmas waltz?
the Christmas waltz we've done.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra did that, and a whole bunch of other people, and we have done that. trying to see if we did it recently.
I've done that though.
We did that last year on a Friday class.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So it's on
It's on
Patreon.
Patreon.
It's on Patreon if you need it. Yep. Yeah, this is where Patreon is starting to, we're either going to overload with songs or we're going to just continue to find new songs. And after next year, then we can start recycling from 3 years ago. Okay, very good. If you need fingering, stick around. The rest of you, thank you so much for coming. This was a joy to teach today. It's always a joy to teach you guys. I have fun.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna
guys
do
Any questions?
we're gonna
You know
do
where
Christmas
to
learning
where to
next-
go if you have any questions. Give me a call. Give me a shoot me an email. Usually the emails are better because then I can get around to them. Sometimes I'm not always available when the phone rings. But here we go for fingering. So get your pencils out, and if you don't need it, thanks for coming.
Thank you, Daun.
D4, D4, C3, G1, C4, C4, E5, C3, A1, C3, D4, D4, E5, C3, A1, B2, C3, B2, A1, E4, D3, A1, E4, F5, E4, D3, C2, B1. Watch out for this next one. Make that C a 3 or else you're going to run out of fingers. C3, C3, B2, C3, B2, G1. Or else you're going to have to do a long crossover, but that would be okay too. All right, second comma 4 ending. B2, G1. All right, the last measure on that page, D2. D2, C1, C1, high G5, E3, D2, C1, D2, 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 C1, C1, high A5, high A5, E3, D2, C1. Second line, E5, A1, C3, D4, E5, 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 A1, C3, D4. Next line, C3, B2, B2, B2. That's a Frank Sinatra note. 2, B2,
Yeah.
B2. C3, B2, B2. A1, G2. Circle it. There's a crossover. Don't worry about the Happy Christmas with the X's. Those are spoken. Just play the chords. And then come in with the notes. C4, B3, C4, B3, C4, B3, C4. Da 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 da. All right, third page. D5, C4, B3, C4, D5, B3, C4, B3, C4, B3, C4, E5, D4, C3, D4, D4, C3, E5, D4, C3, D4, C3, B2, C3, third line, C4, B3, C4, B3, C4, B3, first ending, C4, B3, C4, G1, second ending, C4, B3, C4, G1. Coda, B2, G1, G1, D5, C4, B3, B3, C4, G1, G1, D5, C4, B3, C4, G1. Last line on that page, D5, C4, B3, B3, C4, G1, G1, D5, C4, B3, C4. I know I'm going fast, but they should kind of flow. Then the next measure, top of page 4, don't worry about that first measure. Just play the chords. And then we go to the second measure, C4, B3, C4, C4, B3, C4, C4, B3, C4, C4, B3, C4, B3, G1. High E4, D3, C2. Next line, F5, E4. Last line, D3, C2, C2, B1, C2, C2, B1, C2, C2, B1, C2, C2, B1, and C2. All right.
Made it.
Questions?
Go sharpen your pencil.
Yeah. I know. There's a lot of notes in there. A lot of notes. Don't worry too much about the roadmap. If you miss one ending and you end up going back 5 or 6 times, who cares? Jump to the coda whenever you're ready. No worries. Okay, I am going to resend the bell insert and the presets to the handful of people that that got undelivered, got sent back to me. If anybody needs anything, once I send these, make sure to email me. Okay? You guys are the bestest. Have a great day, great rest of the week. We'll see some of you on Friday. And take care. Have a great day.
All right. You have a good
Daun,
Yeah.
Daun, did you get any of the sticks yet, or is he mailing those out from corporate?
I have sticks, but I don't have the link to copy them. I have to copy them all.
Oh,
The sticks came from Amazon. They're all blank. I'm waiting for Robert to send me the link that has the entire recording so I can put it on the computer. Then I can just put the stick in the computer and copy it to your stick.
I thought he was going to do that and send them out.
No. Last year we had to do it all too.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he does the recording. He takes our sticks that we sent to his computer, and then he puts them on a stick, and then he rearranges them and puts them all the way he wants them. And I think he's adding last year's songs too. It's what I heard.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So, he has a lot of work to put the stick together, and then he will send, put it back on the computer and send it to all of us, and we will make the copies and hand them out.
Okie doke.
So, I don't have it yet, David.
He's just giving you one more thing to do.
Yeah, imagine that.
Well, I'm enjoying last year's stick still, so we're okay.
Oh, good. You guys are awesome. It's all good. It's all music.
Yes. Thank you, Dawn.
You're welcome.